Good morning. It's Friday, July 17th. And this morning I want to talk to you a little bit about my character Heshi would be excited about, Heshi is my animation character who is a hacker by profession. Well, yesterday, some real hackers went to work, and they hacked the Twitter accounts of people like Joe Biden and Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Apple and various other famous people, Warren Buffett, right? Fortunately, they didn't hack President Trump's account. So that's a good thing, because these people, however they did it, they got inside information from what Twitter is saying an employee. They tricked an employee into giving them some kind of security access that allowed them to get into the bowels, let's call them the bowels, of Twitter's systems. And they went in there and they produced a Bitcoin scam that they sent out to hundreds of millions of people. The scam was very clever. For instance, in Bill Gates' account, it opens with a statement saying, "Everyone is asking me to give back, and now is the time." Then it follows up with the following statement. He said, "I am doubling all my contributions to the BTC address for the next 30 minutes. So if you send $1,000, I will send you back $2,000. Now, this seemed plausible to people. If Bill Gates is telling them that he's giving 1,000 or giving you 2,000 for your 1,000, you might do it. You might be susceptible enough to do this thing. So it was a very clever scam. That wouldn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people who are looking at Obama's account, because he was hacked too, and Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and Jeff Bezos and Mike Bloomberg. All of those people were involved somehow in this thing. But it was obviously a scam. Now, based upon the person who was asking for the money, I think the amounts might vary. I don't know if Obama would give you 2,000 for every 1,000 you give, but maybe he'd give you 200 for 100 or something like that. Since every account that was hacked was a verified account, it had a verified profile, people would believe that this was an authentic request. A verified profile is a badge that appears on the account next to the person's name or picture, and that indicates to the reader that this is an authentic account. You can understand why people would give the money based upon the way that Bill Gates asked for the money. You give 1,000, he gives you back 2,000, and since it's a verified account with a verified profile, people would become susceptible. Same thing with Warren Buffett or Kanye West or somebody like that. So it was a pretty clever scam. And since they had the names of these famous people on this Twitter account, they might have gotten some responses. I don't use Twitter, so I never saw it live. The thing that really upset many who reported on this, and since I'll consider myself a reporter in this situation, it upsets me too, because we know that lots of people pay attention and believe everything they see on Twitter. So can you imagine if they had tweeted something in Trump's account, something that might be plausible to many people? Imagine the chaos that would ensue. Since Trump is often on the Twitter account before he speaks about anything, you find out things on his Twitter account that are sort of important, but they show up on his Twitter account first. For instance, if he decided that he was going to raise the tariffs on China or he wasn't going to do any more business with them, you might see that on Twitter accounts. Or you might find out that he loves somebody who's working for him, and there's somebody else he doesn't love so much. And then there's, of course, all the nicknames that he fires off. So they could write anything on that Twitter account and people would believe it. And there's probably some other famous people that have accounts similar to that could be attacked. So it's a dangerous, monumental hack. But I got to give people on Twitter a credit. When they found out what was happening, they shut down all the verified accounts, which means that nothing else was going out on any verified account in their system. The non-verified accounts were not attacked, so they shut them all down. It took them about 3 hours to get everything straightened out and to figure out what was going to do, what was happening, and what they had to do. Then they notified all the people that their accounts had been shut down. Many people knew their accounts had been shut down because they couldn't Twitter or they couldn't tweet. So I'm sure that their customer service lines or their customer service chat rooms were going crazy. But in any event, they reacted very quickly, so I got to give them credit for that. And in 3.5 hours, they had everything organized, and then they systematically went and released the accounts to their owners, and everybody was back in business. And now they are spending a lot of time reviewing their security systems and stuff, because they probably put some stuff in place that will have to be removed soon because it probably tightened up a lot of the security on the account. So it was a bad thing to happen, a major hack like that. But I'm glad to see that Twitter and their people acted extremely professionally and were able to rise to the occasion. Because imagine if it had been a really disastrous tweet. We want to know that people are on the ball, and I would consider that the Twitter people are on the ball, and I'm sure my animation friend Heshy would be very happy about that too. So having covered this, I guess it's an important story. So having covered this, I'm going to leave you for today, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye.